this is the beginning of the gestation lab. So we're going to start off with the gametes. So we start off with the sperm and the different regions of the sperm. So we have this model right here. So you can see clearly right here. Sorry about that. You can see the head of the sperm right here. And then the neck is really just the narrowing right there. Okay, so let's get a little bit closer for you guys to see. Head of the sperm, neck of the sperm, then this is the mid piece of the sperm, and then this entire long black line is the tail of the sperm. Okay. Then for females, they have oocytes for their gametes. Okay, and their oocytes start off right up in here. Okay, so start off in the ovaries. Okay. They are ejected during ovulation, okay, and they have a couple different structures that they're called. Once they're up in the uterine tubes going out, towards the uterus, they are known as secondary oocytes. So they are oocytes, and then once they make it up in here, secondary oocytes. And then a couple terms you need to know on this page are corona radiata, is this outer coating of the oocyte right there. So you see that green outer coating or layering? That's the corona radiata. The sperm actually have to penetrate that layer to get in and polarize and fertilize that egg. Okay. Then we have corpus luteum is a term you need to know. You see this cholesterol-filled space right there. Okay. When the egg is ovulated outside, okay, so it's released. It fills with this cholesterol structure known as corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. So you see there, that is corpus luteum. Video we're going to talk about some of the cleavage that happens after fertilization. Okay, so we're going to use this section of the model right here. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is this is known as a blastomere. Okay, blastomere right away, with just two. Then these two stages that you can see right here are known as the morula stage. Okay, so blastomere, morula. Then when it hollows out down here, that's known as the blastocyst, okay, stage. And the actual hollowing within it is the blastocele, or blastocele. I've heard it pronounced that way. And the trophoblast is the layer on the outside of the blastocyst. So this is the blastocyst stage. The outside layer is going to be your trophoblast. And then you see this little collection of cells towards the top of both of them. That is the inner cell mass, and that is what eventually becomes baby. We're going to cover the extraembryonic anatomy. Okay. So we're going to start off with this model right here. Okay, so you see this little yellow piece right there? That is the yolk sac. Okay, this entire structure surrounding baby right now is the placenta. So what does the placenta look like on another model? You can see the placenta right here as well. Placenta. Okay, the umbilical cord is connecting to baby right there, umbilical cord, or you can see it on the other model right here. Okay, the umbilical cord connecting to the umbilical region of the fetus. Okay, then running through the umbilical cord, you have umbilical arteries and a single umbilical vein. Okay, so the umbilical vein, okay, it should be red because it is going towards baby, okay? So it's going towards the baby's heart, and it should be red. And the umbilical arteries should be blue in baby because it is feeding deoxygenated blood back to mom, making her tired. Guys, to pick back up for the extraembryonic anatomy, okay? We're going to start off in the amniotic cavity. So we have babies that are sitting, hanging out in here, okay? If you were to take them out, the cavity that they lie within okay, is the amniotic cavity. And so that layer, that white layer, is going to be the amnion layer, okay? And directly surrounding the amnion layer is going to be the chorion, okay? So the chorion are like showing that on two different models, so I'll show you here in a second. Okay, so you have baby right here, okay? So the amnion is this thin blue in this model. So amnion is the layer directly touching baby. This thin pink is going to be your chorion right here. Chorion. Okay. Then we're going to have three decidual layers which actually develop from the endometrium. Okay. So I have a little trick to help you remember this. So all this purple is decidua, which actually develops from the endometrium. Okay, so the part of the decidua that's on the front, touching both baby and mom, is decidua basalis, because it touches both. You'll see how part of the purple wraps in and just touches the chorion of the baby. That's decidua capsularis, because it just touches the child. Decidua capsularis, because it's just touching child. Then you'll see this part wrap around and not touch the baby. So it's just touching mom or the parent. So that's the decidua pyretalis. Okay, so decidua basalis, the part that wraps and just touches the parent, decidua pyretalis. The part that wraps around the chorion, just touching child, decidua capsularis. Okay. And the term I missed was chorionic villi, which are just a bunch of villi that sit within on top of the chorion. Okay. So you see here, this purple thing's the placenta. So within the chorion layer, you see these villi. Those are the chorionic villi, all those vessels. Okay, and that should wrap it up for us. Ooh, let me show you on the other model real quick, so you're not out on your own. Okay. Decidua basalis right there. Okay, touching both. Decidua, and then you see this little pink line right there dividing them out. Decidua pyretalis, that's just touching mom, and decidua capsularis, just touching baby. Okay, and that should be it, you guys. Good luck.